All right, everybody, 4 avocado growing myths debunked. There's a lot of misinformation about growing avocados out there. I hope this video clears the air. All right, let's go. Okay, so the first myth is if you go to some nurseries and you talk to some people out there, they'll say to keep the mulch 6 inches away from the trunk. And that one always makes me laugh. So I'm standing here right in front of my Pinkerton avocado tree. It made a lot of avocados this year and we already harvested some. Here's one left. By the way, we're here in June. These taste really good if you pick them in June. But they say, they'll tell you keep the mulch 6 inches away from the trunk. And that's just hilarious because in nature, in the wild where avocados have been growing for millions of years, there's no one clearing any mulch 6 inches away from anything. So if you go into nature, into the forest, you'll see mulch packed up right up into the trunk. I'm looking at the trunk of my Pinkerton tree and there's mulch right up there. There's absolutely no problem with leaving mulch right up against the trunk. In fact, some people in colder climates, in very cold climates, people will put their mulch, they'll build a mound up into several feet above the ground of mulch packed up right into the trunk in the wintertime. And that keeps the trunk insulated from the cold, and it keeps the trunk alive, which is the most sensitive part of the tree. You want to keep your trunk alive. The outer branches can die back, but if you keep your trunk alive, your tree survives and it can power through and it grows back very strong after the winter is over. So don't worry about keeping mulch 6 inches away from the trunk. That's just nonsense. All right, next myth, let's go. Myth number 2 is that avocado trees like rich organic soil. This is probably the most damaging of the myths out there, because if you go to the big box store, right, and you go to get those brightly colored bags of soil that look so attractive and they have really nice buzzwords like organic and potting soil and rich and all that stuff, and you plant your avocado tree in that, it might look okay for 6 months. It might even look okay for a year, up to a year. But then if you keep it in that container, you'll notice it's going to start to decline. It's going to start to lose leaves. It's going to not look as good. And that's because that soil is killing your avocado tree. Here's what an avocado tree actually wants. That is just decomposed granite. It's just crushed up rocks. It's crushed up earth. Avocado trees have been growing in this stuff for millions and millions of years. And this is what they need. This is what they want. Whenever I'm in doubt, I always put my avocado trees in decomposed granite, and they grow absolutely fine. And you can grow them for as long as you want in decomposed granite. Who knew it could be so easy and simple? All right, let's go. The next one. Okay, the next myth. You talk to some nurserymen, you talk to some people. They'll tell you, don't overwater your avocado trees. Well, another damaging myth. Avocados are native to places where it rains a lot. Sometimes it rains every day. So avocado trees love water. In fact, you can grow them in water. 3 toothpicks and a cup of water. You can keep them there for months. So avocado trees need a lot of water. The problem is, related to the previous myth, is bad soil. If you plant your avocado tree in bad soil and you start watering it a lot, you'll kill the tree, because the more you water, the more rot happens, all right? And this is what a tree looks like that needs water. Look at the droopy leaves. This tree needs some water. As soon as you water it, it'll start to sprout up and start to look better. So when your tree starts to get droopy like this, give it some water and it'll love you. It'll be your friend. All right, next myth. Okay, look at this reed avocado, guys. This is the reed avocado. And here's the reed avocado tree. Check it out. It has a few grafts on it though. And the myth is that you need full sun to grow avocado trees. That's simply not the case. This tree gets sun now, only a few hours a day. Here, as we're approaching summer this time of year, it gets a good amount of sun. But for at least half of the year, it gets very little sun. So there's a myth out there that says you need full sun to grow avocados. That's just simply not the case. In fact, we're going right back to nature. Think back to nature where, you go into the forest. These little avocado trees grow beneath the mother tree in a canopy in a rainforest. They don't see the sun for a long time before they can break the canopy. So avocado trees will grow really well in the shade. Let me show you one over here. Here's another little tree growing in mostly shade. This gets even less sun than the tree over there. Mostly shade, and it's growing really, really well. I expect it to reach up into that area and get the sun, because the sun hits that area mostly. All right. So if you have a shady spot, still plant an avocado tree. It'll grow. All right, everybody, that was 4 avocado growing myths debunked. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, give me a like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.